Imagine you're a fisherman, and you've just hauled a massive, mud-soaked net out of the river. It's bulging. It's heavy. It's the kind of catch that means you won't have to work for a week. Our protagonist looks inside and sees a massive haul of fish, plus an unexpected bonus, a turtle. He immediately calculates a double payday. He'll take the fish to the market to sell for cash, and he'll bring the turtle home to his wife for a rich, savory feast of turtle meat and rice. But on the walk to the market, the physical weight of his haul shifts. The bag suddenly feels too light. For a brief second, doubt creeps in. Instead of stopping to look inside and investigate the missing weight, he dismisses it. He convinces himself there must be a hole in the bag, and the fish are merely slipping out onto the road. This narrative functions as a study in psychological horror, mapping the exact process by which human greed creates a fatal blindness to clear physical warnings of an impending threat. The farmer arrives at the local market, his bag now suspiciously light, and strikes up a conversation with a fish merchant named Dinobai. Even though half his catch has inexplicably vanished, the farmer ignores the reality of his empty net. Instead, he loudly boasts to the merchant about his upcoming mouth-watering dinner of rich turtle stew and hot rice. This chart plots how traditional folktales use a protagonist's ignorance to artificially inflate narrative tension. When the farmer brags about eating a creature that is actively emptying his bag, the story employs hubris. The gap between what the audience knows and what the protagonist refuses to see pushes the tension dangerously close to the breaking point. When the merchant rightfully questions his empty claims, the farmer snaps. He angrily accuses the merchant of ruining his day with lies, dismisses the conversation entirely, and rushes home, actively choosing to ignore his last best chance to look inside the bag. In the architecture of moral fables, arrogance acts as an accelerant, compelling the protagonist to walk enthusiastically toward their own destruction. The farmer finally arrives at his home, depositing the bag in the kitchen and demanding his wife, Mina, chop the turtle up immediately before it can escape. The storyteller then introduces ambient environmental warnings. A household character named Kalu, often interpreted as a dog or a small child, suddenly begins to weep uncontrollably, terrified by the mere presence of the bag. Annoyed by the crying, the farmer threatens Kalu with a stick, drops the mystery catch on the floor, and walks away to wash his hands at the local pond, leaving Mina completely alone with it. This cyclical hierarchy chart maps how the climax flips the power dynamics. The farmer spent the day as the apex predator, planning to butcher his catch. But upon opening the bag, those nodes swap, plunging the farmer down into the position of helpless prey. The deep irony of the story's title, The Clever Farmer, finally lands. All his calculated greed and perceived superiority are instantly shattered the moment he makes contact with the supernatural reality he dragged into his own home. They manage to survive the encounter, but the monster wins. The story ends in a state of trauma, with Mina weeping over the total loss of Shayama the cow, the family's actual, sustainable livelihood, gone in an instant. Through its bizarre escalation, this oral tradition lays out a precise warning. Unchecked greed creates a cognitive blindness to small consequences, and if you refuse to look at the warning signs in your own hands, you will inevitably invite total destruction directly through